And I was caught up into heaven, and I was caught before the throne of God. And I saw Jesus sitting on the throne. And I saw a river flowing out of the feet of the throne, just where Jesus' feet were. And it was flowing down into the earth. And when I saw where it was flowing into Canada. And I saw this river flowing through all of Canada. And it was flowing through the waterways and using the waterways to connect all of Canada, all the provinces of Canada. And then I was brought back up to the throne, and I'm brought to the tree of life. And I look at the tree of life, and a piece of fruit falls into the river. And then more fruit falls into the river, and a lot of fruit falls into the river, and it flows down, and it flows through the waterways through Canada, and it flows through Canada. And God said, I'm changing the character and the nature of my ministers and the people of Canada. And then I was brought back up to the tree of life again, and I saw a leaf fall into the river. And when the leaf fell, then more leaves fell, and they flowed through that river, and they went all throughout Canada again, the same way. And God said, I'm bringing healing to the nation of Canada, and I'm bringing healing to the people of Canada. And then, hallelujah, I was brought back up to the throne, and there was Jesus. And Jesus stood up. And when he stood up, all of a sudden he turned into a roaring lion, and he roared 3 times. And the water that was coming out of the foot of the throne turned into a mighty fire. And it went through all of Canada and through the waterways and through the provinces, and it spread all over, a mighty fire. And he said that he was going to cause Canada to be on fire for him. And all of a sudden I saw balls of light. It was like stars coming out of Canada and shooting to the other nations of the world. And when I saw that, God said, I'm going to cause the fire and what I've done in Canada to go to the other nations of the world. Everywhere it landed, there was a fire. And then I saw healing in those nations. And then I saw Jesus in those nations. And I was given this April 10, 2016.